I feel like I should entitle this video "It's Future Me's Problem," because with how much I'm half-arsing everything that I'm currently writing, it's completely and utterly Future Me's problem to fix. And I don't find myself caring very much about that at all, which is sad because Future Me is me, and I'm not going to be very happy. Good morning, my writerly friends. How are we today? It is the 28th of November. We are including today, 3 short days away from the end of NaNoWriMo, and I still have some writing to do. So we're gonna get it done as much as we can over the next few days. I have already hit my 100,000k goal for the entire month. I'm at 104,000 now, I do believe, but the Chaos Discord has decided that the final weekend of NaNoWriMo is going to be a 20k weekend. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm still in this second half of Act 2 of Project Theft. I have another stupid amount of chapters to go to finish this novel. It's definitely going to be longer than 70,000 words. Definitely. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh my god. We have 13 chapters left to go to finish Project Theft. My aim, as far as I could, was to 1, write 100,000 words this month, and 2 was to finish both Abingdon House and Project Theft. Thinking that, you know, I would finish it in 70,000 words because I'm an underwriter. Because I added a few extra chapters, that has obviously increased the word count. And at the moment, the project is sitting on 59,000 words. We're just about to hit 60,000 words. I'm not going to finish these 13 chapters in 10,000 words. So I don't know how long it's going to be now. Maybe 80,000. I'm not too sure. But I don't want to focus too much on I need to finish the book. I need to finish the book. My focus is the 20,000 words this weekend. Get as close to the end as I can. And then on Monday, write as much as I can, as much as I feel to see how far, to see how close to the end I can get in this manuscript. That's my second job. We are sitting at 1 o'clock. I'm currently with the TSA, which is the Sprint Alliance, in the Chaos Discord. I'm at 2,490 for the day so far. I'm taking it quite easy doing all of these words right now. I have a headache. That's not the best thing to wake up to. My tea keeps going cold, which again is not the best thing to do. We'll get as close to at least as close to 10,000 as we can for the day. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it goes. So we are on chapter 23, 24. I haven't numbered any of my chapters. I don't know. We're on one of Avani's added POV chapters as they plan to go and rescue Cole. I feel like I'm just repeating everything that I said in the past 2 chapters where everyone's discussing what they can do and what they need to do. And now, like, again, I'm saying, oh, they need to do this and they need to do that. So yeah, it feels like I'm being repetitive and not adding anything new, but we'll see how it goes once it's written. I'm just gonna leave it. So yeah, we're just gonna keep trotting on, basically. It's easy enough to write at the moment. I've got a decent outline. I'll come back when I start to struggle a little bit with what I'm doing. It will come. It will be there. Okay, so thanks to a complete lack of motivation at the moment, I'm going to break, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to watch an episode of Leverage, because I am just heading into the sort of heist portion of the novel where the characters have to sort of sneak into this heavily guarded building and search around and find Lane's brother. And I just don't like how they're going about it anymore, how I've already outlined it. So my brain is, I can't think. So we're going to look for a Leverage episode where they break in and steal a thing and escape with the thing. And we're gonna garner some inspiration from the show, because it was one of the things that inspired the plot of the novel in the first place and some of the characters. So we're going to do that. We're going to take some notes on my beautiful fishy notepad, which I'm not that fond of, but I just use for random junk like this. And then once that's done, we're going to get back into the writing. Okay, it is 20 to 11 at night. I'm going so slowly. I had a good couple of sprints where I did really, really well. I was on Cambry's POV, doing her sort of going in disguise and sneaking into the building on a different level, obviously to do something before she goes in that way. That flowed well. I'm struggling with the latter half of that chapter now. But hopefully once that's done, I can move on to the next one. I've got just over 1,000 words left now before I'm done for the day. Watching Netflix as I write, because that's how distracted I am. And yeah, we'll see how well it goes. Just 500 more words to write. Don't want to go to bed. Does it count as a 10k day if I pass midnight?
No. No, yeah.
Okay, it's 12:30. I'm still on Cambry's chapter. I'm right at the end of Cambry's chapter. I will finish it in this next 500 words. I'm at that point now where I'm like, I don't want to do any more writing. I will finish this chapter within those 500 words, and then it's moving on to the next chapter, which is Lane, which is the last chapter for Bad Guys Close In before we get to All Is Lost. So we are nearing the very end of Act 2, and we're going to be leaping straight into Act 3 very, very quickly. It's this whole thing of believability that I'm struggling with again now. The outline is not what I wanted it to be originally. I've had to change it slightly, so my original plan for this specific chapter has now changed in order to fit in with what I changed in the chapter before it. So I've done quite an extensive outline for it, so that's not been too bad. But now I'm slipping into that, is this moment believable enough to work sort of thing? I don't know. I've never like pulled off a heist or anything like that, so we'll keep it going as it is. We'll see if it works. I can change it later if it doesn't. That's a future me problem. Okay, I've done something wrong with my outline, and it's really, really annoyed me. So basically, I finished Cambry's chapter. I'm moving on to Lane's chapter. But the outline that I have in Lane's chapter is, once again, the old outline before I changed everything. So I'm sitting there trying to figure out what it is that I need to change from where I've been. And I notice that the way I've set up my chapters for the manuscript on the left doesn't match what I've got for the outline underneath. And I'm like, what's happened? Like, have I accidentally moved a manuscript chapter to the wrong place when I've been reorganizing them? So I go to the final chapter, I count backwards, and somehow I'm missing 2 chapters in my manuscript. So I've been sitting here going, oh, I've got 13 more chapters left to write. Fantastic. No, I had 15 more chapters left to write. I just hadn't put 2 of them in. So now that's 2 more chapters that I need to finish in order to finish this book. And that means I've got to write even more words than I thought I originally had to write. I've just spent this past final sprint just trying to fix it and make it work, and I've still got to change the outline for the chapter that I'm currently on, which is Lane's. Why am I doing this to myself last minute? I honestly don't know. Good news is I've done the 10,000 words. We've done that for the day. 1,054, and we're sitting on 66,371 words. We've had a good day, even though it is a lot later than I wanted to finish because I started late this morning and I took too many breaks in between actually doing the work. And I was gonna do a 20k weekend. It's my wedding anniversary tomorrow, or technically today actually, since it's past midnight. So doing a 10k day today doesn't feel like today because I've not slept. Might not be feasible, but we'll see how much writing I can get done, if I can get any done. Or at least I'll do a little bit so I can update the NaNoWriMo website, of course. But hopefully tomorrow I'll at least get to finish Lane's chapter, which is the chapter I'm on, and then I don't know, trying to get the rest of this novel finished. I'm definitely not going to get the rest of this novel finished in the next 2 days. Not unless I completely throw all logic and reasoning out the window and do like another 19-hour write-a-thon, which no, we're not going to do that. So, NaNoWriMo website, let us update that, and then I can go to bed. And then I'll be back again later today, I suppose, because it's past midnight and I'm still awake for some reason. The things I do for writing, seriously.
If you want to give me a good watch, go ahead, but I wouldn't recommend buying one of Amazon or something. It's a bit expensive.
I know. Like 1 second, I need to record.
Give me a second, go a second.
Hello and welcome to the 29th of November, day 2 of the 20k attempt at the weekend, with a child shouting at me as I talk. So yeah, we're gonna attempt today to do another 10k. How many chapters that's going to be, I have absolutely no idea. We'll see where I can go, what I can get. I need to hit 70k in Project Theft is one of my aims today, and do at least three to four chapters of Project Theft and try and muddle my way through the end of Act 2 and go through into Act 3, which is very, very close. So we are going to get some tea and we are going to get to writing, and we are going to once again attempt to write 10,000 words as quickly as possible. I feel very fantastical with my new mug for my tea. It's too hot to take a sip out of, so I'm not going to do that. We are we are on the very last bad guy. We are on the very last bad guys close in chapter. We are 500-ish or so words away from finishing it, maybe, I hope. And then we are moving on to All Is Lost, which is good. It's fun. We're moving along with the story really good. This is the part where I have changed the outline previously and have not changed the rest of the book going forward to reflect the outline. It's not a lot that needs to change in regards to the outline. It's all three of the characters who were involved in the heist all together in the original outline. They're separated in the new outline. So that's literally all that's changed. But I haven't re-outlined for this particular chapter, so it's me trying to sort of pants my way through what I need it to be and adding as much as I can into it. And then once this first scene is done for this chapter, I can move on to the All Is Lost portion of the chapter, because the switch happens in the middle of the chapter when things turn crap, which I'm very much looking forward to. I think it's going to be an easy write. It's well outlined. So at the moment, nothing is quite making sense now with my plot and how I have made all of the changes, because the changes I made don't quite fit in with the sort of escape plan that I had outlined and put in place for the next few chapters. There's a couple of small little details which now don't make sense. I didn't realise until after I'd written part of the small details changes, and I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't quite fit in with what I've got going on in the rest of these chapters, whether it is the layout of the building or where they have to go or what they need to do. So there's a few little bits that are off in between what I've changed and what I have not changed. So that's a little bit frustrating. I'll have to keep in mind now what I have changed and change it as I go forward. And there are going to be a few discrepancies that hopefully my alpha readers will point out, so I know exactly where they are once I go through with revisions next year. But nothing big, nothing major, thankfully. Starting to get a little fluff brained with everything. I'm going slower and slower now. I don't know how I'm going to manage the rest of the day trying to get to 10k. I'm really not feeling it, but I'm going to do my best to get as much as I can and write as much as I can to get as close to 10k as I can, because come on, it's the final weekend of NaNoWriMo. I want to do this 20k weekend, damn it. Do it for the Chaos Discord. But we'll see how we go and what we can do. That's what we'll do. So I've got my tea in my brand new pretty mug, and yeah, we're just gonna go sprinting and and see what we can do. Hopefully it will all work itself out. I'm not bothered to write this part of the scene, so it's in red. That's the scene. That's it there. That's all I'm bothered to do. I am having so much trouble with this chapter. I don't know what it is. Like, it's quite well outlined-ish, I guess. I've got the main points of a conversation and of an event. For some reason, my brain has decided to not work today, and I just can't get the words down, and I can't think of what to write, and my brain is just like, don't do it, so I'm not going to do it. This was supposed to be a 20k weekend. It's now not going to be a 20k weekend, it's going to be a 15k weekend, because it is 4 o'clock in the afternoon now, and I have thoroughly decided to reach 5,000 words, and then I'm going to stop, because at the moment I'm just writing a couple of sentences for one part of the scene and then skipping and then writing a few sentences for a different part of the scene, and very brief sort of split-second moments of this event is all I'm writing down, and I'm doing nothing in between because my brain just cannot focus. And it's quite a dark moment as well for one of the characters, which is probably also why I'm finding it a bit difficult, because I don't want to write it wrong, but also my brain doesn't want to think of the nice proper way to write it. So frustrating. So yeah, today's going to be a 15k. So yeah, today's going to be a 5k day. I might see later if I'm bothered to go through and sort of try and fix this horrible mess that my outline has somehow become. I don't even think this becomes sort of a mess. Like, I've realised there's another part of the plot I have not set up. Part of the subplot, at least, that I have not set up previously, minus a brief couple of mentions, which means that this is going to be the second plot point to, like, basically come out of nowhere. And then obviously, because I had the 3 extra chapters that I missed added back on yesterday, the second half of Act 2 is so much longer than the first half, so that means my midpoint is thrown off where it needs to be. This is already going to be like a 90,000 word manuscript. I don't want it to be much more than that because it's supposed to be a YA and a sort of urban fantasy, so 90k is like, that's the word count. I don't want it to be too much more, so I'm either going to have to change the midpoint, which also now is something that I have which is also a moment I put into the plot, and then what is revealed in the midpoint has literally no effect on the rest of the story, at least in book 1. So it's like, what is the point of me even mentioning this in this first book if nothing is going to come of me mentioning this fact? So that needs to somehow be worked into the story as well, which is more stuff I have to add. I started off so well, and slowly but surely my outlining has failed me. My re-outlining is failed me. My re-outlining, if I do it, is probably also going to fail me. Hopefully my alpha readers do not fail me and they point out where it is I need to put stuff in order to make this all make sense. I'm also, you know, second guessing the world building that I've got going on as well, which is also not the best thing in the world. I just can't do it today, which means I have to do it tomorrow. But this also means that I'm officially not going to be able to finish Project Theft during NaNoWriMo, which means I have to finish it outside of NaNoWriMo, and I'm not going to have a deadline, which means I'm not going to work on it, which means it's not actually going to get done, which is a whole other thing that I need to worry about, but that can wait till later. So, okay. We're at 4,731 words now for the day. It's 269 words, if my math is correct, that I now have to write in order to hit 5,000 words. And I really don't want to do it, but I'm going to grab one more sprint in the Chaos Discord, and we're going to get those last words, and then we're going to call it done for the day and for the weekend. Okay, let's get this over with. Okay, so this is where we are leaving up for the day. A nice blurry 5,374 words because I am not bothered anymore. On the bright side, we are now 71,477 words into Project Theft. So let's NaNoWriMo website track that, shall we? Today was too difficult. I don't know why it was so difficult. I think maybe because I did the 10k yesterday as well, my brain was like, nope, you've done too much writing in too short of a time, you need a break. And it's not so much of a problem that I didn't manage to hit the 20k this weekend. I suppose granted, because of how much I have actually written this month in total so far anyway. It's still a little bit disappointing, obviously, that I didn't manage to do the thing, but what are you going to do about it? I wrote words. I still got 5,300-ish also done, despite how much I was struggling, or because of how much I was struggling. So I still had a good day. We still did a good job, and we are now down to 1 day left of NaNoWriMo. It's almost over. You've almost made it. Oh, I'll simply have one plan for the 30th, and that is to finish this damn chapter that I'm currently on. Maybe get the chapter done after it. I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan for tomorrow. It's just write some words. I'll write however much I feel like writing for however long I'm motivated for. I know there are 2 or 3 like massive day-long write-a-thons going on with various different people on various different channels. So I'm going to be spoiled for choice for live streams to hop on throughout the entire day. So that was me failing to do a 20k weekend, but I did achieve 120,000 words on my NaNoWriMo project. I did hit over 70,000 words for Project Theft, so I'm still hitting goals. I'm just being pedantic about the ones I want to hit now, which I don't really need to be. Let me know down in the comments below, where are you with NaNoWriMo? Are you going to hit the 50,000 words or your own personal goal? How has the past month been for you so far? And I will see you in my next video. Good thoughts and happy writing.